Greetings, young men. This is Principal Kafele, sitting in the park on a winter afternoon. I'm only sitting here because I wanted to talk to you guys. I got a message on my mind. I came out of the house with one message, but then as I was walking to my car, I heard some young people engaged in a conversation, and that conversation was laced with profanity. So I said, forget about what I was going to talk about. Let me come down to the park and talk about what I need to talk about right now. So my message for this short video is, young men, maintain that old school respect for adults at all times. Once again, young men, maintain that old school respect toward adults at all times. What am I saying? I'm saying to you that first and foremost, I said in a previous video, the profanity really has no place. There's no need for you all to engage in the usage of profanity to express yourselves. But that's not what this video is about. It's about when you are amongst your friends and knowing that I'm living in a real world and some young people will engage in profanity. Well, I'm saying when that adult comes around, you got to show that adult respect. That adult is older than you. That adult has been here longer than you. That adult has more experience with life than you. And I'm saying that that adult is owed that respect. His or her proper due respect. So I'm saying to you that hopefully you do not use profanity to express yourselves when you're in conversation. But if by chance you do, when that adult is present, whether it be a stranger on the street, whether it be your parents, whether it be other adult family members, whether it be your teachers, whether it be your administrators, whether it be the custodian, the security guard, the bus driver, the secretary, the teacher aide, whomever the case may be, the cafeteria workers, that is not the time to use profanity at all. Those people should never, ever hear you express yourselves that way. They should never hear you using profanity. They should never hear you expressing yourself in a way that's vulgar, because you must maintain that old school respect toward adults at all times. So when I say old school, the reason I use that terminology is because when I was a youngster, that's how I was raised. That's how I was trained. That's how I was conditioned. My mother, my grandmother, my father taught me that when I'm in the presence of an adult, I must respect myself. That self-respect was vital. But I must also respect adults, whomever that adult may be. Not just the ones I knew, but the ones I didn't know. I owed them the same respect. So whether it be in terms of my behaviors in the street when my parents weren't around, whether it be my speech, whether it be my actions, whatever the case may be, there was an expectation that my parents had of me before I walked out of that house that I would maintain that old school respect toward adults at all times. So as I close, the purpose of this message is the same thing. Maintain that respect. Don't use profanity. Don't use vulgar language, particularly in the presence of an adult. When you see the adult, quiet down. Refrain from that kind of speech and show them respect, even if they don't respect themselves. And I know that there's probably somebody watching this video who will say, but Principal Kafele, I'm around adults that don't respect themselves. I'm around adults that use profanity or curse in front of us as children. I get that. I get it fully because I see it. I've seen it all my life. But I'm still saying, regardless of the fact, train yourself, condition yourself that you're not going to use the profanity in front of that particular adult, so that when you're around that adult which is self-respecting, that adult that does not deserve to have to hear that vulgarity or that profanity, you're ready to tone it down, to eliminate it, so that you are self-respecting and respectful toward that individual. Enough said. Let's make it happen. Let's get it done. Let's do it. This is Principal Kafele. Thanks for listening. Peace.